I bless the name of the Lord for this glorious day in the land of the living, and I thank God for His grace, His loving kindness, His faithfulness and mercy towards us. I'm very, very pleased and delighted today to bring you our Open Heavens reflection, taken from the Open Heavens Daily Guide written by Pastor Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. My name is Patrick Tolani. I'm a pastor with Christ Love Assembly, a parish of the Redeemed Christian Church of God in Oxford. And the topic we're looking at today is true sacrifice. Our Bible passage is taken from the book of Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Memory verse, Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Now, our topic today says true sacrifice, which means that there is a sacrifice, or there are some sacrifices that might not be true. Sometimes individuals do appear to sacrifice something, but they do so with a motive or an agenda. For example, they may come to church just to get customers for their business. They may appear to be very involved in service, but once they have achieved their personal agenda, they will suddenly be too busy to be involved anymore. Other times, someone wants a reference in a particular field, and so they begin to serve in a department, in a church, hoping to have a good report. Others give an offering, hoping to somehow bend the arms of God, rather than giving to appreciate what God has done in their lives. Motives. Are your motives true? We must therefore check our motives when we are doing anything for God. Sacrifice is about selflessness. Paul tells us today, in the passage that we read, that we must present our bodies as a living sacrifice. This means we are not just to sacrifice our possession, time, service, but rather our entire being. Your will, your desire must take second place to what is God's will for your life. Paul says that this is your reasonable service. What does this mean? The New Translation puts it like this: and so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all He has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind you will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship Him. Paul says here, because of all that He has done for you, Jesus sacrificed His life on the cross and went through immeasurable pain and separation so that you can live free and have a relationship with the Father. What sacrifice is too much in the light of what He has done for you? That is not to say that sacrifice is easy. No, it's painful. But Paul tells us that in order to do it, we have to be transformed by the renewing of your minds. In other words, in our flesh, our sacrifice must go beyond selfishness. We must sacrifice with a heart that is transformed, and our heart must be pleasing to God. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and perfect. Allow God to have His chance and His way in your life as you make the sacrifices unto Him. Our action point: true living starts from the point of total surrender. True living starts from the point of total surrender. The Lord bless you as you take the step today to surrender everything to God. Amen. Bye for now.